Hello, friends. We are here. Well, I'm here. I don't know if anyone else is going to show up, but I'm here for a very special stream. Normally, I stream Sunday nights, but we are here on Wednesday because today is Critical Role's 10th anniversary. And they're not doing anything today because they do things on Thursdays. So I figured, why not have a little stream myself? Got some fun stuff going on. We're going to do some sprinting with a D&D themed timer because Violet has one of those and I thought it was really cute. We'll also be having a little game where we're going to create a D&D character together. I thought that would be really fun. Although it's only going to work if people actually show up to hang out, but we'll see. The stream just started. People might be on their way. I am going to be reading during these sprints because I have Stories Untold. Woo! The short story collection that has just come out for the 10th anniversary. Hello, Crystal. Welcome. How are you doing? I did technically already start this. I'm on page 8. So, the first story is from the point of view of the Sun Tree, which is interesting. It's a little bit hard to read because look at how tiny this font is. Like, that is so small. So it's a little bit denser than I thought it was going to be. I'm not going to be able to fly through this like I expected, but I'm still very excited to read it. So that's what I'll be doing during our sprinty sprints. Oh, I know. Like, the blue is so pretty. Also, look at these end papers. Hold on. Stunning. It reminds me of, I think it's Dutch something or other. The, like, white ceramics that have the blue designs on them. Do you know what I'm talking about? That's what it reminds me of. But it's a really pretty book. Crystal is not dead yet. That is good. Yeah, it has been cold here too. It was so nice yesterday. It was 70 degrees yesterday. Let me pause to figure out what that is in Fahrenheit for you. 21. It was so nice yesterday. And today it's cold again. Yes, the font is so small. Hello, Shannon. Thank you for contributing. Nothing should be that pretty. Yeah. I personally am very excited for the Der Katzenprinz book to come out because it's got a ribbon bookmark and I am easily pleased. Like, obviously, I'm going to be obsessed with the fairy tale book with the ribbon bookmark sewn in. Oh, gotcha. Very fair. So, let me click. We do love a ribbon bookmark. So I have some plans for polls because y'all are going to help me make this character and I'm going to have no say in it whatsoever. We're just going to see what comes up. I love that. I'm glad to have your input. So we're going to do things in the order that D&D Beyond does it, and we're going to only do options that I have access to in D&D Beyond, which is not much because I don't pay for things. I genuinely only made a D&D Beyond account to play with the Blank Page Tavern last year. So technically I would have access to more stuff if I was in the Blank Page Tavern campaign because then I would have access to all of the things that Wallace has as the DM, but I don't know how to make things within a campaign. I think I have to be invited to do so. So it's just going to be like the basic things. No fancy smancy things. We can't make a centaur or anything crazy like that, but I still think it's going to be fun. I had a ribbon bookmark when I read through Twilight because I was that level of extra. That is so funny, Crystal. I love that. I'm obsessed. I have just like the same. I have like an entire container of bookmarks. I use the same two bookmarks. So there's this one that has a mushroom on it, and then I have one, I think it's got like a crystal ball on it, or like a moth, or something else that's kind of witchy, but like it's the same background design. And there used to be a third one that had a candle on it, but I think I left it in a book that I then got rid of, or it's in a book that's on my shelf, because I haven't seen it in months. So I have no idea what happened to that bookmark, but it's fine. I did use a different bookmark when I read A Day of Fallen Night, because that was a Christmas gift from my sister, and she also got me a bookmark to go along with it, because when she was in Spain last summer, she saw a bookmark that matched the colors of the book, so she got it to go along with the book that she got me for Christmas, so I used that bookmark when I was reading it, and it had like a little tassel on the end. It was really cute. Yeah. So, we are going to do a lot of sprinting. My thought is that we're going to do a sprint for each poll. Like, I'll start the sprint and then put up the poll, and then when we come back, we'll talk about what the answer was, and along with anything else we want to talk about. But I have 6 polls that I want to do. And 6 sprints might be a lot, but also might not be, because they're the D20 timer. And so that's 2 hours of sprinting. And I plan on being live for like 3 hours, maybe a little bit more. I don't really know. We'll just see how it goes. We'll play things by ear. But I will pull that up and get the first poll going. I had to look up how to do polls on YouTube because I'd never done it before. But I will get the first one going. And the first thing, pull that up while I'm here. That's not what I wanted. That's the layout I wanted. The first thing we're going to decide is what type of class we're going to have this character be. So whether it's a martial character, a magical character, or a little bit of both. So we go do that. Oh, I don't want to see myself on the screen. That's weird. Start a poll. Oh, it would be great if I could spell. And hopefully other people will show up so that we get more opinions on this. And that. So we're going to click that button. Okay. So the poll is going. So we're going to start this first sprint and do stuff. You can vote in the poll, give your opinion, and we'll come back in 20 minutes and see what the results are. So that is the end of our first sprint. And our poll has ended in a tie with 2 votes for a magical character and 2 votes for mixed between magical and martial. So I guess it's up to me to break the tie? I don't know. I'm tempted to go magical because, as Shannon says, I say magic, all the magic. Agree. I genuinely am. Like, I almost always play magical characters, mostly clerics and druids, but occasionally some other stuff. You know, I've played some sorcerers. I played a warlock once. I did play a monk once, and it was not easy. Oh my god, Crystal, you're so smart. Okay. My dice are on top of my brown bookcase that you can't see is next to my desk. Give me a moment. I'm gonna turn my camera off so that you can't see me get up from my chair to get this down in case I knock things over. Ooh. Oh, I didn't knock anything over. Oh my god, I almost did. Okay, so I have my like big coffee table books on top of the shelf, the Chronicles of Exandria art book and like The Wild Beyond the Witchlight, Hero's Feast, and then I have my dice trays, and then I have Keyleth, and then I have this box, which is a Magic the Gathering box that I just kept because it was a good box, and Vax hangs out on top of it, and he almost fell behind the bookcase. I'm also a magical girly. If I play martial, they have to have a magic subclass. Yeah. And, like, that's the thing, is that they all are technically magical in some cases, but this was just the easiest way to split because you can only have 4 options per poll. So. Oh, by the way, I got to page 22, so I'm definitely finishing the first story, the one about the Sun Tree, during the next sprint. It was okay so far. It's like, I expected it to be the vibes of how Matt plays the Sun Tree, and it's not. So that was a little bit jarring, but I am enjoying it. I see why this is the first story in this collection. So, oh, I don't have a dice tray. Oh, I do. I can use my coaster. I have a little coaster that has like a lip on it, so that'll be perfect for a dice tray. Yeah, I have Vax, and then I'm not going to get her down, but I also have Keyleth, and those are the only 2 Funko Pops that I have. Vax can go down here. One really funny thing, though, is the tips of his wings go down further than his feet, so when I rest him on top of the thing, he's balancing on his wings and not his feet. So, which dice do we want to use? I have 3 sets in this little box. I also have, my wizard that I got out of a Kinder Egg. Hold on, let me put his hat back on so I can show you. This little guy, there's a hair, that's gross. This little guy lives in this box. The top of his head is a crayon. I got it out of a Kinder Egg years ago. Something is neat. I don't know. Is it Vax's wings? Maybe. So, which dice do we want to roll? I have this set. This is the set that my friend Zach gave me when I was playing my Circle of Stars druid, Aster. So this is like a space type theme to it. I have this set. I'm trying to show you without the glare. That's like orange with like glitter in it, and it's kind of pinky. Or I have my mini set. Stop glaring. Where's the camera? Oh, I didn't even... I'm stupid. But the third set is this one, which is like cotton candy pink and blue, and they're mini dice. So, which one do we want to use? Do we want to break the tie with? Let me know. The wings are neat, the wizard was cute. You know what? I agree. Good point. They would fit in the coaster better, and I won't launch them across the room, hopefully. So, these, the mini dice, and these ones were a gift from my older sister for my birthday a couple of years ago. So, we're going to use the teeny tiny D20. Look at how little! How small. I feel like I'm doing the makeup artist influencer thing with my hand just so that the glare doesn't get them. So we'll do what was it? The tie was between a magical class or like mixed class. So we'll do odd numbers are magic, even numbers are mixed. Okay? So you guys aren't going to be able to see because I don't have like an overhead camera, and if I touch this camera, it's going to shut off because it's very fiddly. So we're going to give it a little roll. And I got, you're not going to be able to see this, but I got a 7. I said that odd numbers were a magical class, right? I believe I did. So we're going with a magical character. Let me mark that on my sheet. I made an entire Google Doc for this character so that I could like keep track of things. I had a mini set that small for my psychic character. They got lost. That's fair. I have not used these yet. I'm waiting until I play like a Goliath or something big, like a large character, so that I could be like, these are just normal sized dice. Ha ha ha. You know? Very, very ridiculous, but that's my plan. Maybe for my half orc, if I ever get to play her, because she's like 6'7". So maybe that would work. I don't know. But yeah, it's so widow. Yes, the magical character, the magical class, I should say, did win. The Scanlan Sam Tankard approach. Yeah, exactly. So, let me set up our next poll. Start a poll. Which class should our character be? I'm also taking like name suggestions, which you could wait till later when we've actually developed the character and have like their class and their not race anymore. It's not called race, it's called species now with the 2024 rules. But when we've like figured everything out, feel free to leave name suggestions. So our options are Bard, Cleric. Ooh, I cannot spell cleric. Wizard. Or sorcerer. Technically, yes, Warlock and Druid are magical classes, but I put those in the mixed category because, like I said, you can only have 4 per poll, and they seemed like the most martial of the magical classes, if that makes sense. If the mixed option had won, our options would have been Paladin, Ranger, Warlock, or Druid, which I think is a very fun set of characters, or set of classes, but that is not what won. So I will start this poll. Give it a million minutes to load. Alright. Yeah, I did my best. And then obviously the martial classes are Barbarian, Fighter, Monk, and Rogue. I'm offended a Bard is less melee than a Warlock. It's not that the Bard is less melee. It's that the Warlock is more... No. The Bard is more magical than the Warlock to me. Like, Warlock obviously is a magical class, but it's like... It makes sense in my head because it's not like inherent magic. Like a bard is inherent magic that the character just has, whereas a warlock is like magic given to a person. That was the explanation I went with in my head when I was figuring this out, but that's just me. Anyways, we are going to scroll back the timer so that I can get more reading done. Oop, don't start yet. Yeah, Warlock is sugar daddy magic. It is. Oh, man. I miss my warlock. I played two warlocks. I played Maeve, who was a warlock. Her patron was the Raven Queen, which was very interesting. And my other warlock that I've played, her name was Peggy Pennywhistle, and her patron was a hag. Ugh, Peggy, I miss her every day. She was so good. Also Hexblade, yeah. Alrighty. Now I can put this back on the screen. Why did it go to the other thing? Stop making me teeny tiny. The difference between a paladin and a warlock, one of them will get petty if you piss it off. Yeah. I love that name. Thank you. I'm very happy with it. I think she might have been a halfling. I think that's how she ended up with that name. But now we're going to do our. Oh god, my desk is so full of things now that I took out all my dice. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're gonna start our sprint, and I will get back to reading. Y'all will get back to doing what you were doing. You vote in the poll, and we will discuss things when we come back. Of course, right as the sprint ended, I started hiccuping. But that was the end of sprint number 2. Put that away. We had Lynn join us. Hello, Lynn. Have you voted in the poll? We're creating a D&D character together. And we've already decided that it's going to be a magical class, but we have to decide which class. So either a bard, cleric, wizard, or sorcerer. And right now, it's tied between 3 different ones. So, then we're gonna have to roll the die again. But I'm unsure. Because it's a 3-way tie. I can end the poll. Cause it says there's 5 people watching. Y'all lurking out there, vote in the poll. I'll give you like 20 more seconds. Get your votes in before we roll the dice. Roll a single die to decide if it's still tied. I didn't mean to rhyme there. That sprint, I did in fact finish the first story from Stories Untold, the Sun Tree story. I got a little bit emotional at the end there. Not gonna lie, I did not cry, but I came very close. It was just so sweet at the end. This is just the Sun Tree recounting, like, when it was first planted, and Whitestone was founded, and then the Briarwoods, and then Vox Machina coming in, and it's just so cute. It's really cute. Yeah, save me. Save me from having to break the tie. Although it's not really me, it's the die. Yeah, anyone out there with multiple accounts, you can really sway the vote. Just saying. Can you change after you've already voted? Is that a thing that can happen? Where's Wallace with her, 11 accounts? Alright. I feel like we just have to end it, and we'll roll the die. So, end poll. No one wanted a cleric. I'm a little upset. I love clerics. Oh no. Oh, Crystal, did you vote right when I was ending it? Oh no. What did you vote for? What did you vote for? I feel bad. But also, you should only get 1 vote if we're doing things democratically. But I do want to know what it was. But we can't do a D20 if there's 3 things. So I guess I'll get out my teeny tiny D12. So we have little guy. Lynn, you missed it. We're using my teeny tiny mini dice. Yeah. Good old-fashioned D12. For those of you who don't know, D12s are my favorite because they look like they would be the most delicious. And I'm not going to explain that any further. You gotta play by the rules, but it was barred. Yes, my teeny tiny dice. And they're cotton candy colored. I love them. So, we will do, I guess, 1 through 4 is barred. If I roll a 5 through 8, then it would be a wizard. And if I roll 9 through 12, we'll go sorcerer. That makes sense? That's 4 for each of them? Yeah, I think I did that right. No, I definitely, yeah, D4 has to be the most painful, look at this guy. Especially my teeny tiny one is so pointy. I have dreams of creating my own RPG system that only uses D4s, and I'm gonna call it Caltrops, because I think it would be funny. Okay, I'm glad someone is checking my math, because we know I don't have the best skills. So we're gonna roll it. And that is, you can't see it, but a 3. So we're going bard. That's interesting. Bard? I mean, I know I'm not making this character to play, but maybe one day I'll play it. But Yeah, bards are probably the only class that I have like an aversion to playing, just because they're so like out there, and like there are a lot of charisma casters, but I feel like bards as a concept are like charismatic even outside of the mechanics, and that's not my vibe. Although I think it's in is it in the Taldore campaign setting where Matt created a College of Tragedy bard where it's basically just a Shakespearean actor. That might be my vibe. But alas, that could not happen for this character because I don't have access to that on D&D. So, I have to click over here to bring up the comments, not on my laptop. Yeah. No. Thank you. I think it would be so funny, and you also have just like 12 D4s that you gotta roll. So let me mark on my sheet that we will be making a bard. Oh, I cannot highlight something yellow when it's in a yellow box. Duh. That's fine. And now, if I go to this, I'm gonna on D&D Beyond. I'm using the 2024 core rules just because that's what I know. I know nothing about the updated rules. I'm gonna add the class, and we have to make it. What level do bards get their subclass? Level 3. So we'll make you level 3 just so we can get a college. Yeah, I had to Google it because I know most of them are 3, but some of them are level 2. At least in the core rules from 2014. I think in the 2024 version they all get it at 3. Maybe? I don't know. Oh, it's making me choose like proficiencies and stuff. Oh, I get musical instruments? What are bird pipes? It has bagpipes on here, but not bird pipes? But also bird pipes? I don't know what that is. What do you mean by this? I'm stupid. You have to like say things with context, even if it's about something I've just said, because I will forget. Okay, well, we're gonna give this person a flute because I played the flute as a child, and so I want that. And then I've never heard of half of these instruments. What is a a a thalar? What is a zolcoon? These feel made up. Feel free to give suggestions on what I should give them. I also have to choose skills. Oh, what skills should we give them proficiencies in? This is a lot more than I thought. A lot more involved. Prestidigitation and performance only use magical music. I was not good at. Well, yeah, obviously we're gonna give them performance. I was not good at the flute. I played it for 5 years because I played it from 4th grade to 8th grade, and then I had to quit when I got to high school because I was not about to play it in marching band. That was not about to happen. Oh wow, Desserts and Dragons. That's very funny. Not on my other account, my other screen. We're trying to decide what instruments and skills this person has. We'll give them a fiddle because I feel no, I want to give them bagpipes, flute, bagpipes, and a fiddle. That seems kind of basic, but also those are the fun ones to me. We'll go with a flute, bagpipes, and a fiddle are their proficient instruments. And we'll give them performance. Probably persuasion is a good one to have. And sleight of hand. We'll make them a little tricksy. That sounds fun. Get expertise. Ooh. Okay, we'll give them expertise in performance and sleight of hand. Just because. And then for colleges, we'll do another poll. Oh. Never mind, we won't do a poll because D&D Beyond is only giving me the option to do a College of Lore Bard. I don't know what that means, but that's sad. That's sad. I wanted to do a poll, but apparently that's the only one. College of Lore Bard. Bards of the College of Lore know something about most things, collecting bits of knowledge from sources as diverse as scholarly tomes and peasant tales. Whether singing folk ballads in taverns or elaborate compositions in royal courts, these bards use their gifts to hold audiences spellbound. When the applause dies down, the audience members might find themselves questioning everything they held to be true, from their faith in the priesthood of the local temple to their loyalty to the king. The loyalty of these bards lies in the pursuit of beauty and truth, not in fealty to a monarch or following the tenets of a deity. A noble who keeps such a bard as a herald or advisor knows that the bard would rather be honest than politic. Interesting. Well, that's what we're going with. So, can get rid of that, I guess. Next up, D&D Beyond wants... Ugh. I have bonus proficiencies? Stop it. Okay. We'll go insight, and we'll go perception, just because I'm clicking random ones because it doesn't matter and it's just making me do it before I can move on. I will go history. That's fun. We'll make them a nerd. Okay. Come on. Let me go. Continue. So backgrounds are options. I will start a poll. What is our character's background? I never understood why they put background before species, but that's how they do it, so that's how I'm doing it. So our options are acolyte, which is like a religious type of thing. We've got criminal, sage, or soldier. So I will start the poll. So that's going, so you can vote on there. And rewind this back. I got it to exactly 20 minutes. So, yeah. We'll just get going on sprinting. That's the word I'm looking for. And when we come back, we'll have our character's background decided. That was the end of our sprint. It was quite serendipitous of us to get a bard when we rolled the dice, actually, because the second story in this collection is about Kaylee, who is a bard, Scanlan's daughter. And this was real cute so far. I made it to page 42, so I'm like halfway through Kaylee's story. And it's very queer, which we know I love, and I'm just having a good time. And I've requested a book by the person who wrote Kaylee's story from my library because I like their writing style so far. This is where we were. Having fun imagining a woman in a poncho-like shawl sitting at the bar singing. Softly glowing blue hands are folded and resting in her lap. Coming up with how she lost her hands, discovered her innate gift of magic, and the unique use of Mage Hand that's allowed her a normal life. I love that character. That's intriguing. I want to know more. And Lynn says, I voted. Easy choice for me, criminal, but I have to go to bed soon. That is fair. And if I end the poll, criminal did in fact win with 60. Okay, it said 66. It said 67, and then I ended the poll, and now it says 66. I don't know. It still wins. So our character has a criminal background. I agree. It is pretty epic. So if I go to D&D Beyond, gonna make them a criminal. Oh, we get proficiencies with a gaming set? I'm gonna make them proficient in darts because I wish I had dart skills. That's the only thing that it makes us do. So that's fun. And then we get to choose our species. So we're gonna do the same thing that we did with the class and do like the type first because there are way more than 4 options. Hold on, I'm marking it on my thing first. Oh, and the hiccups are back. So, background, criminal. So, I have split the species up into 3 categories again. So we have the traditional ones, traditionally fantasy stuff. So that would be dwarf, elf, halfling, or human. The safe options. We can go a little spicy and go with either a dragonborn, gnome, tiefling, or half-orc. Or we can get real funky and go with Aarakocra, Genasi, Goliath, or Aasimar. I could do that, but I want all of the options, so I'm pawning it off on other people. So, do this. I'm tired of writing out full questions in the poll, so I'm just writing a species, question mark. I don't usually go crazy on the species. I've mostly played, I'm playing a tiefling right now, but I've mostly played like halflings and half elves. I think I played a full elf once. I think my monk was a high elf. But I don't go crazy with them. Yeah, all of the choices. Although D&D Beyond splits them up kind of weird, because according to the 2024 core rules, you only get dwarf, elf, halfling, and human. All of the rest are like expanded stuff, which is interesting. Like from the Elemental Evil Player's Companion. I didn't know that was a thing. Yeah. There are some that did not make it to the poll, like half elf. I figured elf is already an option. Yeah. There's a lot fewer than expected, but I guess that's just because I haven't paid for anything on D&D Beyond. Yeah, it is. Like, only giving me one subclass for Bard, when I'm pretty sure a bunch of classes have multiple subclass options in the core rules. I don't know. Shannon and I have an almost fully complete D&D Beyond book. There's so many races. Oh my gosh, yeah. I played in a campaign once where I I was playing a tabaxi, which is probably like the craziest species I've gone with. Um, but it was like skinned as a kitsune just for fun. But one of our party members was playing. Oh gosh, the elephant person. What are they called? What's the race that's like humanoid elephants? I'm. I don't know. Someone will tell me in the comments. Thank you. I appreciate it, but also I don't use D&D Beyond for anything more than just the campaign that I'm in. So I don't need all the funky stuff. Also, my friend Zach has like everything, and if I asked, I could probably just get it from him. Holding. I could also Google it, but you already said you're doing it, so. That's the one, the Loxodon. Yeah, we had one of those in our party, and then it was me who was a tabaxi, but skinned as a kitsune. My friend Wes was playing a fire genasi, and then we had a turtle. That was a really fun campaign. It was basically like The Thing. Gotta be quicker, Crystal. Uh, it was an Arctic campaign with like this body hopping creature, and that campaign did not come to a natural conclusion. It like ended in the middle, and like we never finished things up. But the last thing that we did in that campaign was my character and the fire genasi had like a shared villain in our backstories, and our party was in a basement of a building, and that guy had like caught up to us and was coming down the stairs, and the genasi, who I think was a bard warlock, a bardlock, if you will, says, "I cast disguise self." And the DM was like, "Okay, what do you disguise yourself as?" And my friend Wes goes, "Big Chungus," as in the Bugs Bunny meme. I can pull up a picture for those who don't know who Big Chungus is. This. This is what my friend cast disguise self to look like. And then we never played that campaign again. So that is how everything ended. Yeah. This was 6 years ago, and I still think about it. Like, I'm gonna remember Big Chungus forever. What a wild time. I've played a lot of really short campaigns, and like ones that kind of just got cut off. Cursed. I love it. It was something. I think that was when I played a sorcerer. I think I was a shadow sorcerer. I'm not sure. I have a binder somewhere with all of my past players because I prefer paper character sheets. Although my Circle of Stars druid that I played in the last campaign I was in before Blank Page Tavern, my character sheet was literally just, I would open it in Microsoft Paint so that I could color in like the spell slots and stuff and like mark my HP on there. It's so bad. I don't know why I chose to do it that way, but I did. Yeah, it was fun. I'm going to get this poll going and start another sprint because I want to read the rest of Kaylee's story. So, thank you. Everyone else had like D&D Beyond up and everything, or like Roll20. I think you can have characters in Roll20, and then I'm just there with Microsoft Paint. Oh man. That was fun. That was our Percy Jackson campaign. It was set in the world of Percy Jackson, but in 1985, I want to say. And it was really fun. Now, I didn't pull it back. I'm going to go back to the beginning. We're going to do another 20-minute sprint. So I will see you guys on the other side of this. And we have finished another sprint. And little spicy one for the species. And I'm not gonna wait until the next sprint to put up the next poll. I'm just gonna do it now, and y'all can vote while we chat because I want to know what our final character design is. So our options. Oh, I finished Kaylee's story. It was really good. I like that one a lot. And the next one is the one I'm most excited about because it's Raishan's. And if y'all know me, y'all know I love Raishan. Easily one of my favorite NPCs. This one is also just going to be called Species. So we got Dragonborn, Gnome. Oh god, I lost my tab. Tiefling. I don't know if I spelled that right. And half orc. Y'all can vote in that and tell me what species we're going with. Yeah, I'm very curious as to what's gonna happen. It's called Liar, which is intriguing. Also, I'm very excited for the next one after that because it is Craven Edge and it is told as a comic. So that's pretty fun. Also, look at the art style. Look at Grog. That's so funny. So yeah, I'm very excited for the rest of these stories, or at least the ones coming up that I know what's going to happen in them. This is an easy choice. I see that we love tieflings in this household. Yeah, it's so cool. Yeah, listen, when when Wallace came to the group and was like, jungle setting, Tomb of Annihilation, make your character, I immediately went green tiefling. Like, I didn't even consider another option. Like, I just knew. And I was telling Jacob about it when I made Micah, my character, and he just goes, oh yeah, of course my gay girlfriend is gonna make a tiefling. Like, okay, you didn't have to call me out like that. I also really like the memes around Pride Month. That's like Happy Pride Month to people who play tieflings and rogues, and I'm like, yeah, that's fair. So, well, I guess I can end the poll because we've established that we're playing a tiefling. We are playing? We have made a tiefling? Did that one. I've lost my. What are these called? Tabs. Tiefling. Confirm. And what do I get for being a tiefling? Oh. Well, I'm not doing ability scores, so that doesn't matter. Oh, I can choose from the tiefling portraits. These are fun. They're all red because I know tieflings are technically supposed to have red skin, but I think that's boring. Oh, this one's cute. This one's got glasses. We'll go with the glasses portrait on D&D Beyond because that's cute. Love me some tieflings. My main character in World of Warcraft is a Danry? Is that how that's pronounced? Because they're basically tieflings. Space tieflings, to be exact. That's fun. I like that a lot. Yeah, Jester was blue. But technically, I don't know how the 2024 rules are, but in D&D, tieflings can have the skin color of the normal human range or shades of red. But that's boring, and that's why my tiefling is green. Oh, Draenei. Cool, though. Hello, Haley. Welcome. You missed the voting, but we have created a D&D character together. We have created a tiefling, and they are a uh, College of Lore bard with a criminal background, which is pretty fun. I like that. Baldur's Gate 3 had so many tiefling colors, and Baldur's Gate 3 is D&D, so fair enough. We got some hellos for Haley. Yeah. Jester, I can understand being blue because her father is a water genasi. But then, like, Molly's just purple because it's fun. And, like, my character Micah is just green because it's fun. So we can do whatever we want. But we've created a character together. Now I guess we should name them? Give them a gender, perhaps? Or not. We don't have to. Micah uses they them pronouns, and my friend asked, like, oh, but are they, like, biologically male or female? And I decided that they have what I call non-Euclidean genitalia. And I just thought it was really funny because I'm like, no, I'm not deciding. The ruby of the sea. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Molly's purple. How did I forget about it? You forgot? Yeah, she was red. Marion. That's her name, right? I think that's her name. How could you forget about Molly slash Lucian slash Kingsley? They're all purple. They're all the same guy, but also different. Yeah. I get fun out of it. The next choice, we can name them. Give me your suggestions. Tieflings are weird because they kind of just take the naming conventions of whatever like community they grow up with. So like how halflings usually have like the compound last names is a thing, and like elves have a specific naming convention. Tieflings kind of just have whatever. We can go on the what is it called? Fantasy name generator. And I don't know why my default thing goes to Wild West town name generator. But let's see. Pop culture. Dungeons and Dragons? What tiefling names do you have for me? Fantasy name generator? Hello? Oh, I don't know my alphabet. I was looking for tiefling in the first half of the alphabet. That's embarrassing. Oh, I don't like these. Oh, these are weird. Oh, that is true. Tieflings have virtue names sometimes, where they just name them after, like, I don't know. What is the description of this? Does it give a description of what a virtue name is? They're not necessarily good in nature. That's fair. A virtue name is meant to embody a wish, goal, or other life path they strive to embody or achieve. So, like how old, whatchamacallit, like the Puritans would name their children like Patience and stuff like that. That's a virtue name. So I clicked on this, and it gives me options like exceptional, fresh, panic, optimal, anguish, vice. So really, you can go with anything. I had a tiefling that her name is Reverence, and I love her with all of my heart. I love Micah, but Reverence is like my tiefling girl. She is so good. She is a Twilight cleric. Damn, I've played a lot of tieflings. Yeah, Reverence is a cleric of the Twilight domain, and she has a pet donkey named Bucephalus, which was the name of Alexander the Great's horse. Ooh, Ginger, but Glint as a nickname. That's fun. The virtues capital. Yeah, stuff like honor, justice, and kindness are virtue names. I really like anguish. I think that's really funny. What other virtues is it going to suggest for me? For us? Grief, odd, promise. Promise is cute. I like promise. What do y'all think? Murder? We're not naming this tiefling Murder. I'm sorry. I should do this on the screen so that y'all can see. I'm a bad host. Also, why is my keyboard terrible? Fantasy name generator. This is the website. We all know her. We all love her. Dungeons and Dragons. Tiefling. Yeah, it comes up with these weird ones here. But then you click virtue names, and it gives us fun ones like panic and revulsion and mockery. Yeah. Let me know if any of these jump out at you. I also really like this background image that they have going here. Hope, I guess, is a virtue name. But that's also just like a name that people use nowadays, so I didn't really... Huh. You're not wrong. I just didn't think of it that way. Mercy, Sonata, and Him? I think him would be very funny if this tiefling's pronouns are he, him. Because it's like, technically it's spelled differently, but it's pronounced the same. I like that. Kind of annoyed. Went to look at the player's handbook for tiefling names, and apparently I have to buy the new player's handbook. That's stupid. Revulsion, Rev is a short form, but Rev is Reverence's nickname. And I don't want to take that away from her. I wish I have all of my stuff on my laptop and not my main computer. I would show you the image that I made for Reverence because I just love her so much. She's like a rust red color, so she is a traditional tiefling color, but suffering! That's funny. I am obsessed with these suggestions. I do like him though. I'm kind of doing that, kind of feeling him with he, him pronouns. Oh, I did not mean to click on that. That would also be a different kind of bamboozling if it's him, she, her. You're so right. I'm putting that on there. That's really funny and exactly the kind of thing a bard would do. I'm glad we've decided this together. Low-key, I want to make like art for this. Not myself drawing because I suck at art, but like using Picrew or something. I think we should. I think that's something that we should do. Do we want to do it together? Or do we want to do... We'll go into a sprint and you guys can give me suggestions on like what color you want and like different details and things. I think I like that. I think we can do one more sprint. And then I might be sprinted out and I'll open up the little question thing. Or you can just leave comments because it's just a few of you here. And y'all can tell me what you want him to look like. And then we can make a little Picrew. And I'll probably do that after the stream and like share it in the Discord or something. Yeah. That sounds like a lot of fun. Okay, we're gonna get going on our last sprint. So give me suggestions on like skin color, hair color, eye color. Oh my god, I have the hiccups. I'm so sorry. That sort of stuff. maybe like hairstyle, what type of horns, because I know the Picrew tiefling maker that I have in mind has different types of horns you can do, like the long spirally ones, the ones that like curl back, that sort of stuff. Give me your suggestions and we'll see what I can do afterwards. But I want to start the sprint and then we'll come back in 20 minutes and discuss. Alrighty, friends, we have finished our final sprint. I made it to page 74, so I'm making it through Raishan's story. No one has given me ideas on what our tiefling buddy him should look like. Oh gosh, I'm trying to put the cap back on since it's not working. There we go. We don't need dice anymore. At least I don't think we do. I was thinking, this has nothing to do with how him is going to look, but for the criminal background, I was thinking like a Robin Hood kind of thing, where she is a criminal, but like she's not evil, you know? She's gotten into it with the law, but she's a hero to the common folk. Because everyone loves a good Robin Hood character. I just think that would fit her, and it would allow her to be a little bit tricksy. Technically, Shannon was working the entire time. Fair enough. Like that roach queen. That's very funny to say that. But yeah. Phaedra. You know, I am a little bit surprised that you didn't vote for Dragonborn, Crystal. After all of our conversations we've been having about the Dragonborn. Yeah, give me your thoughts on what our buddy should look like. We've got lots of options on the tiefling pickeroo for like colors and things. Make the eyes two different colors. That's pretty fun. I haven't used this in a while. Actually, that's a lie. I used this for Sunny, my half orc. I just didn't put horns. I did put Dragonborn and Tiefling against each other. Oh? I will open Instagram because now I'm curious. I ran out of Instagram time on my phone because I have a timer that I only allow myself 30 minutes of it a day, and I used up my 30 minutes. So I have to go on my laptop to open up Instagram. What is this video that Robbie shared? What is going on? I'm very confused. Robbie showed a video of something that happened behind the scenes at Critical Role, but I have no idea what happens. It's just all of them freaking out. I mean, either one works. I have Instagram on my computer. Just let me know. I don't know if y'all use Pickroof or anything. I'm obsessed, but the Tiefling Maker is definitely my favorite one. It's just like a little dress-up game, and I can make as many tieflings as I want. Ooh. I am very intrigued. Have Discord ready. Why do I have notifications? Oh yeah, it was very funny when Jess accidentally used a Marisha gif. Oh my gosh, Crystal! You can't keep switching back and forth on me! Jess used a Marisha gif as a reaction to something, and she didn't realize that was Critical Role person. Ooh. That's so pretty. Oh, I love her. I'm obsessed. I will hold it up to the thing to share. That's the best I can do because I don't have Instagram on my big computer. That's really cool, though. Thank you for using your time to make that. I am obsessed. And then I will make a dinky little cartoon version on the Picru creator thing. Tiefling Maker. Set it on both. Fair enough. Oh, I love her. I'm obsessed with this character that we've made. Oh, I hope I can play her in something. Maybe I can convince my IRL friends to do like a one shot or something. Hmm. Perhaps. This was a lot of fun. I'm glad you guys came and hung out with me and made this little character together. I gotta say, I'm not surprised that we ended up with a tiefling. Bard, I know, was the choice of the dice, but still pretty fun. I like her, even though bards are not really my thing. Maybe I'm warming up to them. I did at one point during one of the sprints look up the College of Tragedy subclass, and let me tell you, that shit's crazy. It's a lot of like getting a bonus at the expense of something, like the level 14 thing that you can use. You get like a plus 40 your AC, you get a bonus to like hits and stuff, and a third like good thing. But then the drawback is that when you hit this lasts for a minute, and when that minute runs out, you immediately drop to 0 hit points and are actively dying. And like you can cast it on yourself or another willing creature. Like, that's insane. But I'm kind of obsessed. I think if Critical Role sticks with D&D for campaign 4, which I'm not sure they will, but if they do, I have my money on Liam playing a bard. I don't ask why. That's just the hunch that I'm getting. Thank you. I'm glad that you had fun. I don't have any ideas on anyone else. I think I want Laura to play a barbarian because I think that'd be really fun. Either Laura or Marisha. I think they would both play barbarians very well. Yeah, I do think that it's slightly more likely in my mind that they go Daggerheart, because why would you release your own TTRPG and then not use it? But I really don't know. Yeah, I also caught that wording like on the YouTube announcement and everything. They called it an Exandria wrap up, and I was like, Exandria wrap up? So it is very likely. But in case they're not, these are my predictions. My very meager predictions. I have no idea at all what anyone would go with. But except Taliesin doing homebrew stuff, because Taliesin always does homebrew stuff. Yeah, they thought they were being sneaky. And during Divergence, yeah, I think he'd be really good at it. During Divergence at the end, spoiler alert if you have not seen EXU Divergence, but at the end, when Liam is talking to Matt about their like characters, and like Matt being the Allhammer as the creator of the world, and like pointing out all of these different locations, it like is also a meta thing because he's also Liam talking to his friend Matt, who created Exandria for everyone, and he like says something about like leaving it in the hands of others to like take care of. And in game, the characters mean that as like the gods are stepping back behind this divine gate and leaving the world in the hands of mortals, but like on this like above table level, it's like them talking about us and everyone who enjoys Critical Role, and everyone who's played games in Exandria with like the Tal'Dorian Wildmount campaign settings. Like, oh, it was so good. It had me shocked. It was really good, but that's my 2 cents on the matter. Yeah, Taliesin is extra like that. Let me tell you, I was crying. Yeah, exactly. Leaving it in the hands of our children. And like, it was so sweet how like this originally started as Matt getting together a bunch of their friends to play D&D for Liam's birthday all those years ago. And now it's come full circle, and Liam has given this gift to Matt back and making him cry. It was so good. Yeah. It's an ending and a beginning. Their characters are Yeah, he was like, I can't believe you guys got me at my own game. It was really funny. I'm so glad they got to do that for him. Cause like, yes, it's a communal thing, but so much of this has been on Matt for the past 10 years, and the fact that they are able to give back to him in this way is just so sweet. So, yeah. I'm so happy. I love Critical Role so much, hence why I'm having this stream and everything. As if we didn't know that I love Critical Role. Yeah, and Brennan spoiled it. Your resting place can be for some time or however you decide. I was like, wait, what a strange thing to say. I also clocked that. I was like, huh. Weird. Like that meme, like the what do you mean? What do you mean? Yeah. I think it is about time I get going, if these yawns are anything to go by. But thank you once again for coming and hanging out and creating a lovely new character with me. That was so much fun. I will see you guys Sunday for a regular old stream. Same time as always. I'm going to press all the buttons now. I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Yeah. Bye!